Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Jacob Garcia here, your Sacramento Realtor, here with our in-house lender, Doug Ross with Elite Mortgage. Thanks for joining us again, man.
Good to be here.
And dropping your knowledge with us. We're gonna get straight into it, but if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. That helps us greatly give you guys better information next time, as well as smash that like button so we can keep making these videos for you guys, okay? And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any hot real estate content coming up. So we're gonna jump right into this. Doug, we're gonna be talking about down payment assistance. It's a question that we come across all the time in our industry. People wanna know more about it, so we're here to give that to them. What are the programs available out there for down payment assistance?
Yeah, so there's so many different programs, right? It seems like every city's got their own unique little niche down payment assistance programs. The city programs tend to be harder to get. There's a smaller box you gotta fit inside. So what I'll talk about are the two most common down payment assistance programs out there. The biggest ones, I'd say 80% of your borrowers are getting one of these two. So the first one's called CalHFA, CalHFA. So CalHFA says, we'll give you a loan and we're gonna help you with the down payment and almost all of your closing costs, to where you're picking up a house for a couple grand out of pocket. It's kind of sweet, instead of like 10 or 20 grand, right? Now, the catch to this program is that these are loans, right? They're gonna give you two loans. One has no interest and one has very small interest, so it's growing over time. But these are silent loans in our industry, which means you never make a payment. You're never gonna get a bill in the mail. You'll probably forget you have them, right? But they're sitting on your house and they will not go away. So when you go to sell the house, or if you want to refinance, CalHFA is going to want their money back. So that's CalHFA, giving you the most amount of assistance to where you're getting a house for very little out of pocket, right?
And that one has interest attached to it, you said? Or was that a different one?
So there's two loans they're giving you that are covering your down payment and most of your closing costs. One of those loans has no interest and one of them has very small 2.5% simple compounded interest. So that one's slowly growing. So if you get a good tax year, you want to pay that critter off, do it, right? Because every year it's going to get bigger, right? The second one is called the GSFA Platinum Program. This used to be a grant you could get. Now it's a forgivable loan. So the Platinum Program says we're going to help you with your down payment, Mr. Borrower, but you got to pay for all your closing costs. And closing costs can span anywhere from 6 to 7 grand out of pocket. So you're paying more out of pocket on this program, but that loan they're giving you for the down payment, it's forgiven after 36 consecutive payments or 3 years. So that 10 grand they gave you just goes away. Kind of cool. All right, so those are your two big programs out there that you could take advantage of.
Okay. So Doug, what would be the pros and cons for down payment assistance program?
So I always tell people there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? And the government most assuredly doesn't work for free, which is where most of these programs are coming from. So CalHFA is giving you a couple loans, GSFA is giving you a forgivable loan, but on both of these products, the interest rate on that big loan you're getting, that FHA loan, is much higher than a normal loan. So normal FHA loan right now is about 4.125, right? The CalHFA version of that FHA, or the GSFA Platinum version of that FHA loan, is coming in at 5.625. So you're about 1.5% higher on that rate, which translates into $100 to $150 more per month. Okay, so number one, big disadvantage, higher rates. Number two, they will charge you more to originate that loan, right? It's their loan, it's not my loan. I'm doing it through their program. And normally a lender would charge you anywhere from $500 to $900 to do the loan, right? That's all the bank fees, right? CalHFA and GSFA says we're going to charge you 2%, right? So 2% of $300,000 is 6 grand. So you're looking at a 6 grand fee as opposed to a $900 fee. It's a big difference. But you don't feel that because it's all financed into the loan and you're just coming out of pocket $1,000. You think you're getting a great deal. So it's important to understand that there's pros, but there's cons to these programs.
So can you give us an example? I have a client that they're trying to buy a house for $300,000. They get pre-approved. They want to use down payment assistance. What does that look like for them?
Yeah, so let's say you got a client and you got one client that's doing an FHA loan at $300,000 and you got a client that's doing an FHA loan with down payment assistance for $300,000, right? What's the nuts and bolts difference? So first off, we talked about how one's going to have a payment of about $100 higher on the down payment assistance, right? So monthly payment's a little higher. The other big difference is you're out of pocket. So the big benefit to your CalHFA program is you're going to get that $300,000 house for 2 grand out of pocket versus a normal FHA loan. Without any help from the lender, you're looking at a down payment of 3.5%, which is $10,500, plus closing costs, which if you're not getting any help is another 6 grand. So you're buying the house for 16.5 grand out of pocket, and But you're getting a lower rate. So 16.5 grand out of pocket, lower rate versus 2 grand out of pocket and a higher rate. So that's kind of the pro and con there.
Well, thanks you guys for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate it so we can give you guys the best information possible. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Freaking Amy kept waving at me. She's like, what's on? I'm like, dang it, Amy, I'm trying to focus here.
Why is he stumbling?
Why is he stumbling? Dude, she like would not stop. She kept going back and forth like 3 times. I'm like, what the heck, man?